Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of Roast Beef and Bagels. Hope everyone had a great week. We had a nice week with our supporters and fan base.
Getting bigger.
Yeah, little bit at a time. We received a few nice emails this week. We got a couple of nice comments on some of our videos. Our shorts and reels that we've been trying to put up some more content
funny shit
for you. Yeah, so we're going to try to make some more stuff. This way it kind of keeps you engaged with us. Besides the talk show, which is we try to air once a week, as our big highlight of the week, if you will. We had a couple of interesting run-ins with people, believe it or not, in my dentist office. I went to see the dentist this week and I walked in and I heard someone go, "And it's bagels." And I just started laughing. And then great. I know. And then they said, oh, they watched the shows, and obviously I thanked them and then I appreciated it. And then the beef had a run in this morning.
I go to get the bagel and the roast beef pretty much every Saturday before I come. And I got in the car. Right before I got in the car, someone just yells out, "The beef!" I turned around, some guy, but I didn't, he didn't stop, whatever. I thought it was funny. But our fan base was now, there's somebody from Arizona. Somebody from, what's that?
Delaware.
It's crazy how the internet works. I love it.
Yeah, so be on the lookout. For those that reached out to us, and we will try to get people merch. Mm-hmm. So you never know. It could
pop up at your door.
Could be a roast beef and bagels Christmas right at your front door one day.
And just in case you don't see, I don't know if you can see it, but my boy Bagels has to eat on the side.
Uh-huh.
So he's breaking down his bagel now like it's a little pieces, like a little pieces of fucking chicken or something.
Coming back from the dentist, they kind of said to me, eat on the side for a little bit, because I damaged one of my teethuses. On all things, a veggie wrap. Go figure.
No more veggie wraps.
No more veggie wraps.
Some really crispy fucking lettuce to crack your fucking tooth or something like that.
I'll be honest with you, I got so pissed I threw the veggie wrap out.
Did you?
Yeah, at first I was going to eat and say, all right, whatever. But when my teeth started shifting.
I don't know if I ever threw food out.
Threw it right out. I got tight, bro.
No.
So, big week. We had Trump's, what is it called? Address to Congress?
Yeah, it wasn't a State of the Union.
No. That was his first address since being president.
Yeah.
He's about 5-6 weeks in only, and complete turnaround from the previous administration. You guys know already.
Basement.
You guys see the buzzwords like Doge and immigration that the media throws at you on a regular basis to try to stir the pot and get people excited and amped up on both sides of the aisle.
Oh yeah.
But to me, the speech, I thought it was fantastic as far as his deliverance on promises made, promises are being kept, promises are in the work, showing the work that's already been done. It was like not a secret because these are the things that he ran on his campaign. However, is your mic not on?
No, it wasn't on that one.
What do you think? You think it picked up?
I think it picked up.
We want to start over?
No, we don't start
over.
We
don't start over.
Fuck it.
So now I'm going to check mine. You get me nervous.
I just noticed it because the light was off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the one thing, I guess, the area of disappointment for me is, and I don't care, it's supposed to be a time where both sides get together and you look at the president who's representing both sides and representing the United States and kind of give him and applaud for his efforts on what he's trying to do. Now, I guess in today's day and age, since everything's so chaotic and upside down, I can understand like them not clapping, right? Because they,
I can understand not clapping for policy. I can understand if they don't agree.
Right. But
not for a kid who just survived brain cancer.
Right. I think to me, that was the biggest disappointment in the in the speech. They introduced DJ, I think is the kid's name. He wants to be a police officer.
Cute kid.
And he's a brain cancer survivor, I guess, at this point. And he's 13, young kid.
Something like that, yeah, young kid.
And they recognized him and as a brain cancer survivor and love for the police department. And then they made him an honorary member of the CIA.
Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute.
Very nice.
Did you see him hug the guy who gave him to That was so cute.
They had a badge made and everything for him. And everyone stood up and applauded except the Democrats.
It was incredible to me.
The only thing they got up and applauded for was Ukraine and Zelensky. So these people are mad at Donald Trump for putting America first, but they applaud Zelensky for putting Ukraine first. So that should sink in with you a little bit about liberal logic and how these people think. You have a man, President Trump, who's doing as much as he can to help America. Is all his stuff great? No. Are all his policies everyone's gonna benefit from? No. But his intentions are to do something to make this country work better and get itself in a better situation. Where the Democrats put America last and were
American citizens last.
And American citizens. And
they choose an illegal immigrant over American citizen every time. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So you're talking about funding billions to a war that we have nothing to do with, right?
350.
Not 350 billion is the number? Mm-hmm. 350 billion. Why can't that 350 billion go to you or me? Right?
How about it goes to Social Security so we can make it solvent for our old people who contributed all their lives? How about that?
Right. One of the buzzwords is recently is Social Security and Medicaid, right? Or Medicare. I always get them confused. You're worried about it depleting or being taken away. Well, what about the 350 billion you just gave to Ukraine for a war that has nothing to do with us? Mm-hmm. What about the millions you're investing in transgender mice? What about things like that?
Well, what's his name? Corbett came out on his show. I just seen it too, and said it wasn't true. And people that worked in the government under Fauci put out all the information that it absolutely is true with pictures and everything. So that's the problem, though. People are listening to these talk show comedians at night and believing them over what's actually going on. That's one of the problems that we have. The media no longer for the people, they're for a party. Not good. It goes both sides, too. Fucking Fox is just as bad, you know?
I don't think Fox is as bad as they used to be. I think they've changed a bit because they're under new leadership.
No more Rupert Murdoch, right?
Well, no, I forgot the guy's name. He passed away. The guy.
No. Was that Rupert Murdoch? Did he die?
No, the guy, I don't know. We'll fact check it. Yeah. There'll be something on the screen. But what I'm getting at is going back to the speech and what these people stand and applaud for. The only thing you stood up for was something non-American, and you didn't stand up for the families. Lake and Riley's family was there. Mm-hmm. Girl was murdered by an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with clapping for a family who just lost their child, but they're protecting the illegal immigrants. I don't understand.
So they wouldn't get up because they protect illegal immigrants. So I don't understand their logic and way of thinking. And this is coming from someone who's a registered Democrat, voted Democrat practically my entire life. So I just don't get it. And I guess maybe that's why I have a change of heart and opinion on the things I believe in, because when you think about someone dying or a child with this illness, I think throw your politics out the window.
Wow. We're supposed to be Americans first, no?
Even forget Americans. You're supposed to be a human being first, right? You're supposed to have, any normal person will have some level of compassion in them.
Trouble for saying normal.
Well, that's right. Too bad. They're not normal, these people. They're not. You're not a normal person.
I think they shot themselves in the foot, bro.
Oh, I think so too.
I think that they don't realize. CNN had a poll the next day. I mean, I could send you that. It's on my post, whatever. I could send it. But it was like 52% of the country loved the speech.
It might have been more than that.
Like 23%. No, but this is CNN poll. So as I'm saying to you, if I told you a Fox poll, it'd probably be much higher. But using CNN because they hate to admit if this guy is ever popular. So and I think 23% whatever disagreed. The other thing that they just put out a poll, which I think was crazy, they took individual things. So the transgenderism with women in men's sport,
Yeah.
the other way. 83% of the country agreed that women should not be in the men's locker room or in sports.
Men should not be in the women's.
Right, yeah. And only 18% agreed that they should. I mean, that's a huge difference. I mean, and that's why, unfortunately, the Democrats don't look right. If I was a Democrat, I would avoid those topics like the plague until I can get back to normal. I wouldn't discuss it. I'll
be honest with you, that topic too, I kind of don't understand from the simple point of, in the history of this country, women had to fight for a lot of things. Even the right to vote, I mean, everything. Women, throughout the course of history, if you look at it, women fought so much for various things. They even have a Women's Day, which I think might even be today.
A Women's Month is
this month, or whatever, right? Yeah. But so you fought so hard to get to a certain point. You have your own sports league. You have your own divisions in the Olympics. You have all this stuff now to let a man come back into your sports and your locker rooms and break all the records that you work so hard for. Because you know what? He identifies.
Because he feels.
Because he feels one day I wore a dress and now I am a woman.
Yeah, crazy.
You know what I think? I think on next show, we're going to get dressed up as women. We're going to identify as women, and we're going to do the show as two girls from Brooklyn.
I don't think we'd be very attractive women.
Well, why not? I would feel pretty. I can identify.
Do I got to shave?
No. Yeah, I want you to be having the beard and the dress is key.
Oh, got you.
Is key.
You think they have clothes my size?
If they don't make it, it's discrimination. And we could bring that up too. We could say how you're racist and you're feminist and sexist and all the buzzwords that liberals love to use on a regular basis with anything that happens in the world today.
So since we're on the media a little bit, one of our friends, I believe it was Jesus again.
Jesus, you might as well be the third member of this show.
Put up a clip of the Kamala Harris debate with Trump.
Okay.
And on the thing, it says that she spoke to Putin before the war started. Like she was trying to prevent it, right? Trump says it, I don't know, about a month ago that Kamala Harris spoke to Putin before the war and it did nothing. The war went on.
Right.
CNN did a fact check on Trump's quote. And it said that Trump was lying, that he was absolutely wrong. Kamala Harris never spoke to Putin before the war. But I went to the debate, and she does. She says, I went to speak to Putin before the war started to see if I could do something about it. So it goes to show you how the media is not even saying the truth. I mean, it's CNN, so I'm not surprised the media, CNN fact checker or whatever.
So there's a video of Kamala
actually saying it.
I spoke to Putin
before the war
to diffuse a potential war.
Right, to see what was going on.
Trump verified, yes, she did.
Right, because he was saying she did really nothing. She just went to speak to him and it didn't work.
They fact-checked Trump.
And they said he was lying.
They said he lied about Kamala saying she was there. So then, and also that would also mean Kamala lied. Right. Because he agreed with her.
Right. He said the same thing she said. It's so crazy, dude.
But they only fact-checked him.
Yes.
Wow.
And then the other thing I wanted to tell you, I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name because he's a coworker.
It's not Jesus.
No. But he put up the Elon Musk Doge thing on how it's a lie that he finds all these people like 150 years old and
it's not true.
So hold on. So he says it's not true that he's finding all these people that are dead that are getting paid, because he mentions this, which I looked up, which is true. It says there's a form called SSA 721. It's the statement of death form that some, not all, but some funeral directors, as a part of their service, they do it for you. Like you don't have to do it. It's a part of what they do.
Okay.
So at first he put it up and I said, well, dude, he said all people have to do it. I found out that wasn't true, meaning certain states have certain laws where they have to notify. Like New York is one of them. They have to notify.
So a funeral director has to notify
in the state of
Social Security or somebody.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But most states don't. So that's the one thing I said to him. So you're putting up half truth, but yes, half truth, right? Then I happened to be watching C-SPAN, and I actually got a clip on it. I can give it to you if we could put it up. I don't know if we can put it up, but the Senator John Kennedy.
Yeah.
So, he's the older guy.
The older guy.
Kind of a little feisty, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Tall, big guy.
So he was interviewing someone who worked for Social Security, which I thought was because they're going over the Doge thing and asking them where certain things are. He made the statement, and I have it on film. I have it. He was on the Hill, saying that he went to go, meaning the senator went to go to Social Security to find out how is this possible that people are getting paid. So he went to where the mailroom comes in to see if these forms from these specific states, show up. So they show up, bro. That they're there. Like the people who are supposed to do it are doing it. But this is the funny part. He says, how come these people are not getting the information and the other part of the building, still says Social Security office, on accounts payable? And some of the workers said, well, we can't transfer this type of information over to accounts payable because it's private citizen information. I'll send you the link so you could see it, whatever. I think I might have posted it on my personal page. I might tag Roast Beef and Bagels on it.
All right, so let's say that
isn't that crazy?
But let's say that is happening, right?
Right.
I mean, that is crazy, but all right. So where's the gray area? You're deceased. So are you still a private citizen? You're no longer living.
Right. So could someone steal your identity? But the problem is, yes, I'm pretty sure people are stealing people's identity that is dead. That's how some of these illegal immigrants, they have Social Security numbers.
But then, okay, so
they're dead people.
So let's say that is the case too, for whatever crazy reason. Then, but wait a minute, someone's got to be cashing those checks. Does that mean it goes to a family member?
So
or they keep a bank open with the direct deposit?
So my grandmother had Social Security, and
we love Nana.
And before she passed away, when she passed away, I didn't realize, but the funeral parlor did send that form. I didn't know that in New York you have to, but my grandmother got it direct deposited. And to be honest with you, at the end, towards the end, because she was sick, I had her ATM card, right? I had it, right? Because if she needed something or whatever. So yes, it's possible that someone is dead. They get direct deposited into a specific account, and that person's just using an ATM to take it out. It's 100%. That's probably very easy to do. Back in the day, though, right? Before ATMs and direct deposits, it was probably much harder because you actually have to have a physical hard check, and you have to prove who you are, right? You have to prove that that person's still alive. You would have to prove it. Or because I worked in a bank, that did happen from time to time. Not just Social Security, people that would deposit.
Well, for deposit,
you can deposit. You don't have to worry about it.
You can't withdraw. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's kind of interesting, and that's the way the system's set up. I mean, then that's a flaw in the system.
Yeah,
if that's the case,
that's the bureaucracy in the system, and that's what Doge is after. That was my point to bring this up. People are saying that it's not working. It's not working because the government's not working efficient.
No, listen, they're finding billions.
Yeah, I think it's up to 100. It's 100. I got it. I got that Doge app. And for people who don't believe that Doge is real, it's crazy. I've seen it on liberal television. Oh, they didn't find anything. But there's literally no proof. There's so much proof on this Doge app of what's going on. You could verify every contract. Every contract. I think he's up to like 1.1 billion. But
well, the one thing I think Trump did in this administration that he didn't do in his prior, he's become very transparent on what's going on, because I think he knows in his last administration he got burned by the media and by social media too. Because if you think about it, the big ones, Facebook, Meta, whatever, TikTok,
and now they're on his side.
It's so funny. Because they were all at the inauguration. What I thought was $105 billion he saved. It's crazy.
And it's going to be going into one of the next bills. I seen the Speaker of the House talk, and they're going to they're going to put it right into the deficit to take it away from the next budget. So for people who say that it's not real, that would be almost impossible to put fake money into a budget to subtract from the deficit.
Well, think about that too. You find $100 billion in lost dollars and put it into the deficit, and the deficit is in the trillions. Yeah. So $1 billion.
Yeah.
So you're going to make a debt.
Right.
So, people are going to be like, oh, you said you put it in the deficit, and the deficit's still $10 trillion. Yeah, because $1 billion is not going to make a dent in the size of the deficit.
And people who don't understand government, they don't do any type of research. So there's a difference between deficit and national debt. It's not the same thing.
It's two different things.
National debt is what we owe in the big picture. The deficit is what we owe that particular year.
So yeah, it's
like within the budget, that's the deficit, not the full picture of the national debt.
It's very interesting, and again this week with Trump coming on, talking about what he's doing, what they're finding, what they're releasing. Listen, he's actually super proud of Elon.
Oh yeah,
He said it in the speech.
He did change Elon's role a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that this week.
I read something briefly on it. Didn't go into the full details of what happened.
So he wants Elon to speak to his heads of state and cabinet members instead of just immediately taking something out. Because I'm just using agriculture
to be reviewed, right?
Yeah, just using agriculture as a thing. So the Elon really doesn't know what agriculture does, right? Meaning that's not his position, so he doesn't have to learn it. But there are certain things in the agriculture that can't be cut, and obviously he doesn't know that, and that's why the media has been going after Elon a little bit. He's cutting these things like he did. He ended up cutting something to the veterans because he was just cutting spending. He wasn't looking at the actual program
for what it does. I read something about that. It said the media made it seem like
what the fuck he did.
He was getting demoted because it said Trump scales back on Elon's role
He's just
as head of those. But I read that it was.
I think it's a smart move, and that's what smart people do, right? Politicians don't do that. They just throw money at the situation. Smart people go, you know what? Oh shit, I did this wrong. That's fine. And the other thing I just want to say, because I've been posting it a lot, they're talking about Elon failed a few times with certain businesses, and so did Trump. Whatever. Just to let most people know. Rich people, extremely wealthy people, fail a lot because they feel that's their route to success.
Of course.
I don't understand what they don't understand.
Of course.
You have to fail in order to move forward because that's what teaches you what not to do or what to do, right?
100%.
It's incredible.
And anything you apply yourself to, an athlete is going to drop a ball, so he's going to fail until he learns how to catch that ball properly. You're going to not know how to drive a car or a motorcycle or whatever. You're going to fail in the beginning until you perfect it, and then you learn. Of course, that's normal way of life taking its courses. Yeah. A child, when they're taking their first steps, are going to constantly fall until they figure out balance, right? So, of course, any businessman failed a gazillion times before they got to where they got to. They never gave up, which was important, right? Because some people do fail and then they throw in the towel.
Right.
And that's the way they end it. But no, Trump has failed. They talk about how many times he went into bankruptcy and all this stuff.
The other thing is, just to let people know, you probably know this, but bankruptcy is a part of business. The only thing that bankruptcy 100%. Does is clear debt so you could start over. So when people say, oh, he played in bankruptcy 8 times, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You never ran a business. You only had your hand out most of your fucking life and wanted fucking taxpayers to give you. So just relax.
It's true. You got to, that's what I always say, be a free thinker and do your research first before you just start shooting off the hip based on the buzzword and buzz phrases that the media and social media throws at you, because you do look kind of silly. I mean, you look almost as silly as that new Democratic video.
That was great.
With them thinking like they're the Avengers and they're going to fight.
Yeah, no, they had to come up with a gimmick, dude, because after the fucking thing, they looked horrible. I think it was Chinese or Korean. I don't know. There's one woman. She's there, like, and she's like, dude, I couldn't stop fucking laughing. Dude.
It wasn't funny.
It was so fucking funny, dude. I mean, I give him credit for trying something, but it failed again.
It was very entertaining.
And you allowed social media to destroy you again, just like you did. Oh, by the way, the paddles. There were paddles on the speech.
Oh yeah,
they had the paddles on social media. They changed all the paddles. Dude, you can't do anything that allows social media to get.
Well, so listen. Crazy. At least I think with the paddles and that they were holding up was more respectful than the guy Green who got thrown out, waving his cane and acting like an idiot. Come on, you guys are elected officials representing whatever area you're from. Don't act like an idiot.
It was done on purpose to destroy. But I have.
You know what he said? Cool. The guy Green.
He would do it again.
No, he got kicked out because he's black and racist.
So they brought. That's what I meant to say. So I had another person.
So stupid.
They said, "How come?" I forget her first name. Marjorie Green.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah. So she yelled out,
"Works
liar."
Like an animal.
Yeah, she's crazy. She yelled out liar during Biden's speech, right? And she was like comparing the two. And the reason why she didn't get kicked out because she was white. No, that's not the reason. The reason why she didn't get kicked out is because she didn't get warned twice to sit down and was told the third time, if you do it, whatever. He was told that.
Johnson warned him.
She yelled out liar twice and sat back in a seat and just went like this. He got up. He warned them twice On the third time, he kicked him out. So it's not the same. It's nothing to do. If you're going to win debates by just saying race, color, and gender or religion, you didn't win.
You're going to lose every time.
Yeah. You have no content in your debate.
You have no solid foundation. Right. You have no solid foundation on your argument except to say, race, sexism, whatever, phobia, xenophilia, whatever shit words.
Whatever the fuck. And they just make words up, dude. It's like, it's expialidocious, you know what I'm saying? Like Frugenglaja,
I like that, the Frugenglaja.
Anti-Frugenglaja.
Yeah.
That means you don't like yogurt.
I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Frugenglaja. Wasn't Frugenglaja the name of yogurt?
I have no idea.
We have to fact check that. I'm pretty sure Frugenglaja was the name of the fucking...
We're gonna fact check Frugenglaja.
I don't even know how to fucking spell it, bro. But it's crazy.
That's true too. We don't even know how to spell it. So this week, as like a quick wrap up, speech was fantastic.
Yeah.
What he's doing, he's on point, delivering based on the promises. This is why he was elected, one of the most popular, won electoral, won the House, won the Senate. These are the reasons why. He gave his speech, and in a short 6 weeks, he's delivering on a lot. Liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to label yourself as these days, because I don't know if there is a difference between a Democrat and a liberal.
So I think there is. I think there is. I think Democrats are like old school, and they're not a part of this letting boys into girls' locker rooms. You know what I'm saying? And they're not dressing up, whatever. They're just like kind of like you, bro. You're a Democrat, like And be honest, I used to be a conservative, but not that I was anti or pro-abortion. But just because you're in one party doesn't mean you have to agree with that whole list. The whole list. Stupidity. I mean, on both ends, you can think on your own.
But we've been saying that too. You don't vote person, or you don't vote party or person. You vote policy.
And what means not a lot to you. I get it. Like some people, unfortunately, there's transgender people in people's families, and they don't know how to handle it, so they go and defend it immediately. And I get it. But that doesn't mean we hate anybody. We don't hate anybody. Just don't force it on us. I don't want to be forced. I don't want my daughter in a fucking locker room in a gym while some guy who feels like a woman that day is standing next to her while she's undressing her. It's not cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely certain things that I think you cross the line with certain stuff. And again, I got no problem how you want to live your lifestyle. Knock yourself out. We grew up in New York. We've seen this stuff before it was popular today.
Exactly.
And any
in
club
the West
or
Village when we were kids, it was natural. It was just everything. But we didn't care.
I used to hang out, the Limelight, Webster Hall, all these clubs when I was younger. All that kind of shit was going on. Nobody gave a shit. We were just hanging out, having a good time. Yeah. But now you brought it to the public stage and a different type of platform, and you're forcing it amongst families, and you want to make it seem like this is, what it should be like. You're 5 years old, and if you think you're not in the right body, you can change yourself.
It's crazy. But you can't vote, you can't drink.
You can't drive a car. You can't do nothing.
But you could have an abortion pill at 9 without your parents knowing. You could change your gender at 5 without your parents giving.
Come on.
No.
It's just dumb stuff. Yeah, dumb stuff. You want to do something as an adult, knock yourself out, right? At that point, your mind is kind of developed. I don't think you ever stop learning.
No, of course.
Right? I think that's learning. Forever, right? Yeah. I think that's a forever thing. But I mean, when you're older, you're kind of seen more, you get more experience to life and what's going on. And if you feel legitimately different at a certain age in your life, do your thing.
But the taxpayer shouldn't pay for it.
No, it's your decision, right? Your body, your choice.
States,
then it's your choice to do
it. Dude.
Oh, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah, and there's a governor. Shit, I meant to write it. I didn't write it. There's a governor. This is not really about. Maybe it's about transgender. I don't know. But he wants a change in his local government. He wants to take out the word mom.
Mom.
Yeah, he wants you to be inseminated person.
How's a child addressed there?
So no, he doesn't care if the people say mom, but in the laws that are written, he wants to take out the word mother and add inseminated person. I never heard of such a thing. I mean, I could Google it, whatever, but it's like, why is this guy? And of course, Jesus, I put it up. He just said, this will never happen. Dude, the fact that it's even being discussed to me is crazy.
Wait, so he agreed with you, Jesus?
I don't know if he agreed. I guess he was trying to say maybe it was going to be disinformation, whatever. But it's true. It's happening. The bill is on the table in whatever state that is. But to me, that doesn't. Why? Why do it? Why?
That doesn't make sense. You know what's so funny about Jesus? Now that I'm thinking about it, as much as we talk about the guy, I don't think he watches the podcast.
No, I think he did. But
I know
once we started mentioning him, I feel like he stopped.
I know in the beginning he definitely did, because he did send us a message, and he liked the first episode. He said, I could see you two guys doing something like this. But then after, when he started like going back and forth with us,
he has one girl that defends him on everything.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, I don't know who she is. But the funniest thing about Jesus is that some of the times I don't even think that he, like, one, he does no research, but I don't even think he fucking means it. He just put it up to like aggravate us.
I think that's what he does. He throws a punch and then he runs.
Yeah. He don't answer us half the time. He don't even answer.
More than half the time. So. You know when he answered us? When he wanted a free giveaway on our merch. He was all over us for that.
He was sporting the hat, though.
He does. He wore it. He took a picture. He tagged himself. It was fantastic. Which, by the way, don't forget, if you reach out to us and we do give you something, we don't mind, even contest or no contest, we don't mind giving out some of our merch. We do appreciate a photo with a tag, and make sure you please subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Yes,
that would help us out tremendously.
100%.
So we can keep entertaining those who feel us entertaining. We can keep pissing people off who think we're pissing them off. And we can keep people from liking us or disliking us. I don't care. We actually want to get someone who goes against us, and we want them to sit right here, right where the straw is, and we can have a nice conversation with someone. This way we can get a different viewpoint. So if you want to
I won't even get involved. I'll let you go one-on-one.
What if you want to be a guest?
They can come in. I'd like to see somebody from Arizona or fucking Delaware, to be honest with you. Because we're in New York. A lot of New Yorkers always think the same. Even if you're a Democrat in a different state, you probably don't think the same as the New York.
New York's a very liberal. Yeah. We got asked to leave a Facebook group because they did not believe in freedom of speech, and they said that political views and podcasts were not welcomed on their Facebook page. Which
Bagels handles that.
Which I was very nice. I said, I apologized. I just said, we will no longer post, and then next thing I know, we were removed. So I thought it was kind of funny, but no, New York's a big liberal state. We should be able to find someone. There's got to be like someone even close to us that keeps it on the down low, that believes in those political views. It's got to be.
What, the liberals or a liberal or Democrat?
Yeah, like our circle, like our immediate circle.
Why don't Mike come on?
No, I wouldn't do that to him. I love Mike.
I love Mike too, but we wouldn't be disrespectful.
I think our immediate circle, there's got to be someone who's quiet about it. They just may nod in agreement with us.
How about my sister from another mister?
That's a possibility, and if she's watching, she knows who she is.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you.
We won't say anything. That'd be very interesting.
Dude, did I tell you I got in touch with Lucha Libre?
Oh no!
Yeah, I got in touch with him. He's going to come during Cinco de Mayo. They're having a special wrestling match in the city, so he's coming in that week.
We know a luchador.
Yeah, he's going to be fun.
So he's going to try to come in, during his. I guess
tours, wrestling tours.
He has wrestling tours.
Trying to get WWE.
So we're going to see if we can get the luchador to come in and say a few words on the Roast Beef and Bagel show. So a lot to look forward to. But again, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing everyone real soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Don't stop.